Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. We've got a treble header for you this time. Yes, 3 replays in a row, all on the same tank, the Strv S1, Tier 8 Swedish flat pack. Well, tank destroyer, but yes, it's flat pack. It's an IKEA tank. Okay, give me a break. Now, as this replay is starting, you notice there's no engine noise. Yes, I'm afraid this is a victim of Wargaming screwing up their client completely and getting it so badly wrong that the engine noise disappeared for the first minute or so of the battle. The Strv S1 was one of their prototypes on the way to getting the Strv 103B, which is the production version. The Strv S1 has 30mm of armour all around, a 105mm gun which is fixed, and it's capable of doing 390 alpha with standard APCR, penetrating 2 to 88mm with standard ammo, and 330 with a premium, and it can go into siege mode. Okay, he's in siege mode, and first victim, lovely shot right into that 5916. Didn't stand a chance. That round's just going to go straight through one side and straight out the other. And he knocks down the pile of wood just for good measure. Now, the thing about these replays, one after the other, oh, there's a T-52's managed to flip himself on his side. Oh, bless. I think he's going back to the garage. Yes, he has. Oh, dear. Those things are so easy to flip over if you're not careful. Centre of gravity is too high. I hope that wasn't like that in real life, because if it was, those poor guys, they have to repair that tank after they flipped it. Okay, we've got a Pantera sitting on that corner, but unfortunately from our position here we can't get shots on him just yet. But it's an important position. That's the Western Pass. He's gone back down into it. The 5916 is trying to get up on top of the hill, but we've got a 252 up there as well. So he keeps trying, but I don't think he'll survive it. So 3 replays in one. What we've got here is the first replay is RoyalFlyingCorps, and he sent this replay in to me along with a number of others. And the third replay is by Filipperino. Now, these are expert players, and, well, you might wonder who the second replay is. Well, it's actually somebody who only just bought his Strv S1 and is taking it out and trying it out. He rather fancied the idea of having this tank destroyer, and you can see it's very effective. Nice penetration there on the Schwarzpanzer. There's an IS-3 to his right. Can't see him though. He's in that depression in the ground next to the... Oh, he got a fire! And he's gone. The shot from the T20 took him out. Or is it the T20? Yes, it was the T20 who took out the 40 TP. The IS-3 is going up onto those heights now, so he is visible. There you go. Easily pen the side of that thing. Excuse my voice is going. Nicely timed. Okay, that tank is behind a rock, but oh, wow, that's a juicy one. And I think he's looking at us, but he's set alight now. He's brewing up. And his fire stopped. He's got a recording for the amount of damage done. 221, so he is very badly wounded now. Unfortunately, the 5916 was replaced by an E25. That's a blind shot just to see if he could get him. I would have taken that shot too. Quite legit. Oh, nice. Schwarzpanzer puts one straight through him for 456, but he fired one back. So somebody knows we're here and is responding to us. So RoyalFlyingCorps is going to have to be careful. Oh, now it might be the guy to our left. I'm not sure if he's worked that one out. It's the VK3002D who's actually firing up here. Yep, you need to be careful. And there's a Strv over there as well. It might have been him having a go at us with a blind shot. As I said, the armour on this vehicle is 30 degrees, but it's incredibly well angled, which of course does help a bit, but obviously... Oh! Wiped out that T-3485 with one shot. And can he do the same to the VK? Yes! That's 4 kills now. He's making short work of these guys. Now it is quite an expensive tank destroyer, the Strv S1, if you want to get one, but it is a lot of fun. It just takes a little getting used to about where you need to actually engage the siege mode, because if you engage it too close to the enemy, then oh, another kill! If you engage it too close to the enemy, you're sitting there waiting for 2 seconds whilst they keep putting rounds into you. So it's probably better to actually engage the siege mode a little distance away from the enemy, and then, oh, a beautiful shot through the E25. He's had to pull back because he knows he's one shot now. Yes, if you get it right, you can then creep up on the enemy very, very slowly, because once in siege mode, it barely moves at all, but it is still able to move. So you can creep up the ridgeline until you've just got the gun showing, and then shoot. But the armour is very, very, very thin. Now I think you can see there's an M on the front of this vehicle and 2 marks of excellence. That's when Royal Flying Corps plays it quite a lot and enjoys it. It's an amazing piece of engineering to say that the suspension actually aims the vehicle at all times. Guns fixed forward, and it can drive backwards almost as fast as it can drive forwards, this thing. Okay, well, there's a Strv just around the other side, but I think he's going to try and kill the Lorraine first and the S51. That way he's not going to get any surprises from the Arty firing him. He's just going to poke out over the edge of the cliff first. Just hope he's not spotted. Okay, he's into siege mode somewhere over in there. Oh, there he is! S51. One shot, and the Strv is up in the sniper's nest, and he's about to die. No problem at all, and that means now he's got a top gun, and there's only one enemy left, so he's coming out of siege mode, and I'm sure his team would want him to get the Radleys. So all he needs to do now is get down there as quickly as possible, find the Lorraine, and kill him to get a Radley Waters. Oh, crumbs! Took that corner. Very, very dicey indeed. I'd head up into the A1 or A2, but he's actually nearer the cap, and he's just taken a hit. Go to siege mode, quick, quick, quick! Oh no! The T-3485M got the kill. He obviously didn't get the memo about giving a Radleys to Royal Flying Corps, so I'm afraid that one didn't work. So let's have a look and see what happens in the second replay. And here is the second replay, and it's Potato's gonna kill, and he's on the north spawn of Lakeville in the Strv S1, a freshly bought one. Game started. As I said, when you buy one of these, it takes a little while to get used to going into siege mode, and some people get it wrong because it's a bit complicated. It's not quite like the previous methods of actually controlling a tank destroyer, but you can see that Kanonen Jagdpanzer has kind of hogged the bush that Potato's Gonna Kill was rather fancying using. Potato's Gonna Killed. That's it. Yes, right. Odd name, but there you go. Now they both got 105mm guns, but the Strv S1's got exceptional penetration. He's just holding it on that position at the moment, keeping a good third-person perspective, just to make sure nobody's sneaking up on him. Okay, enemy's been spotted in the... Oh, that EBR's having a very risky life because he actually almost flipped into the water there. I think he's hogging that rock, and he spotted a Ferdinand coming along the Lake Road, and he's requesting fire on it. Kanonan's moved off to do that. And there's a target worthy of shooting at. That's the SU-130PM. He fires one into the dirt next to the rock. But it's a good chance that SU-130PM's still there. In fact, there's two tanks there now. There's the T-71 and there's a Scorpion G over there as well. Goes into siege mode. And there's the SU-130. Yes, lovely shot. No problem penetrating the SU-130PM. He's picked up 458, which is a high roll. Remember, 390 alpha. Just checking where the Ferdinand is. Can he get a shot on that T-71? He's looking to. Oh, wow. Right, we can see a T-71, and yeah, he just fired in this direction. So he obviously saw potatoes. He's gone back to siege mode, turns to engage. Yes! Low roll, but it is 386, which is good. Long reload time, 9 seconds, near enough. That's the bit of a pain, actually. Oh, just caught behind him. He didn't actually catch him. Shell went just behind. He's going to engage again, see if he can get that guy on the move. No, I think he was a little late there. No, I did say in the previous video that the armour on this vehicle is 30mm all around, and on the overmatch rule you can be penetrated by a caliber that's 3 times the armour. So even if it's very, very well angled, because the shell is 3 times the thickness of the armour, the shell will go through if it's 90mm and above. He was spotted. He needs to pull out quick. Ouch, that hurt. That's the SU-130PM getting revenge, and unfortunately it was a high roll for him, and you can see he actually managed to penetrate there right on the lower plate, which is pretty difficult actually at range, but that's a very big hole from the SU-130PM. Now, some people do drive this thing backwards. He has been spotted again. Let's hope it's not the SU. Oh, T-71 got a shot into him. He doesn't want to stop just yet because that T-71 will have a go. Now, engage siege. Okay, the guy's behind the rock. But if he pokes out to take a shot, Potato's going to have him. Oh, he just got killed! An AMX CDA's got him. That's the guy in the town. Pantera's in the valley. It's a good set of bushes there. You can actually hide behind to shoot, but oh, setter. A has appeared on the Lake Road. He can get a shot. Goes to siege. Good shot. 346. Low roll though. No 6 cents went off, so they don't know where he is. It appears they've abandoned the cap because the enemy force is coming up the valley. IS-3 and a P-44 Pantera. And Potatoes has decided he's going to actually try and defend the cap area. Now, he has got binos. He is at virtually maximum range. If they come around the corner, he won't necessarily see them. But the Canonian Jagdpanzer has actually positioned himself so he can see them and spot them. And then Potatoes can slot them. Well, one of them managed to make it past without being spotted at all. It's the IS-3, takes him round, hit the tracks though, and he knows he's being spotted. He can probably punch through that up plate. Oh, didn't get it, hit the mantlets. It kind of suggests that the Canonian Jagdpanzer may be watching that corner, but he's not watching where the IS-3 went, and the IS-3 managed to get through on that dip and go round the rock to come up the other side and see who was watching. So the other enemy we're expecting to come up is a P-44 Pantera. Our T-71 is, well, he's occupying those bushes to the south. And I think he's trying to find out where the enemy is. And now we've got the IS-3 repositioned, comes over the rise, suddenly realises, big mistake, pulls back again. Well, if he stayed over the rise, Potatoes would have finished him off. It's probably too far for the Pantera to engage the Canonian Jagdpanzer. He's just checking his position, see what camo he's got. Is he nicely covered? You see the gun on the IS-3 and the Pantera could both penetrate Potatoes if they can get a shot on him. They'll overmatch the armour even if they hit an oblique angle. So he's anything with a 90mm gun he needs to be concerned about, because they can probably pen him. The SU-130PM had absolutely no trouble penning Potato at all. But then he has got a 13cm gun as his main armament. The Pantera has been taken out by Canonian Jagdpanzer, so he actually is useful, but unfortunately we've just lost him to the IS-3, and that means now we're the closest to that player. Now I'd suggest using the terrain, the topology, as topography as Klaus calls it. The lay of the land. Use the ridge lines to your advantage and try and creep up on the enemy. You can either do it this side, or you can actually go closer to the lake to creep up on them. Now he was spotted when he moved, and the enemy is firing in this direction. Crusaders pumping those rounds in. And oh, he's going to get spotted by that IS-3 if he's not careful. Crusader needs to pull back. It's at moments like this you use Shift F4 to tell the Crusader, get the hell out of there quick. You're too close. He's actually getting hit by our enemy Arty as well. There's the IS-3. Okay, we're not in a position to actually hit him. And there goes the Crusader. In fact, it was the enemy Arty that got him in the end. But here comes the IS-3. It tracked him, didn't pen though. And the IS-3 pulls back into cover. They're coming down the lake road now, so he's going to have to engage these guys as well. Good shot, right into the engine bay, and he got a fire, and he killed him. Arsonist. Now, can he do the same to the Super Hellcat? And there goes our Super Hellcat. Obviously that player knows to stay hidden until it's absolutely necessary. I quite expect the enemy Arty to taking part any second, because all that's left now is the AMX CDA 105 and Potato in his Strv S1. They can still win this though, because there's 2 Arty on the enemy team. There comes the IS-3. Yes, beautiful shot. No problem. Big DPM, well, big alpha, and a very, very high penetration. That IS-3 made a critical error. He just should have stayed behind the buildings and waited for his teammates to actually come up behind the guys. The Super Hellcat hasn't been seen, and I suspect the Super Hellcat's still hiding on the lake road. Looks to me like Potato's decided that if he moves a bit closer, he might be able to get it from a different angle. And if he doesn't get him, he might be able to force him out into the open and let the CDA take him instead. This is good. Use the bush. Let your binos engage. He's not there. That's the 2-minute warning. They're going to have to make a move soon. Wondering what the CDA is doing. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! And that's the problem with siege mode. It really is so slow to engage. Now he has been spotted and the enemy RT might be on him in a shot. But he's found the Super Hellcat. That's good. And the CDA's moving up. Here comes the CDA. Just need to hold him. Hold him in place. Enemy RT will probably have a go at you. But if you can hold that Super Hellcat just long enough. Yes! Oh! No, he bounced around from the Super Hellcat. Now trying to get on top of him. No, it's not the mating season. You can't do that. Oh, he's flipped! And that's a beautiful kill. What a screw up by the Super Hellcat. That's the last minute hooter. Now he's moved away from that spot, but the M12 is coming up towards them. He turns slowly, puts him out with one shot. That 390 Alpha is really good. What a turn of events with the Super Hellcat. They only need to kill the last enemy, the Su-14-1, and they've got the game. And there he is. He's the other side of the pass. The AMX CDA 105 is going in for the kill. And it looks like the Su-14-1's just blown his bolt. And now he's helpless against the CDA except to try and ram him. Because he's only got 14 hit points. He could probably squash him to death. But of course, here comes... Oh, no, the kill's there. The CDA took the honours. 4 kills for Potato on a fresh account. Not bad. Very well played. So, the last game in this sequence is Filipperino. And then we'll cover the results so you can actually see how well they all did. And the last replay is on Paris. We've got Filipperino in his Strv S1 and he's on the East Spawn. Game on. Now, as you know, Filipperino has got Super Unicum stats, so he's an extremely good player. In fact, the replays just keep getting better and better all the time. Now, he's doing something very risky. He's taking it all the way into almost the centre to actually get shots on the enemy. Now, this is very risky because sometimes you get spotted. Oh, he got around into the VK3601, but the others are ignoring him. And gets around into a KV2 for 394. And he spotted some more tanks. And in fact, I think the Renegade saw him. But he's going to have a pop at the Tiger. Oh, and 438 into... It wasn't a Tiger, it was a VK3601. And the VK is dead. He was obviously tracked and possibly had his engine damaged. We're just waiting to see if anybody else turns up on that corner. And he gets around into the Renegade as well. 428. High roll. So he's done 2,000 hit points of damage in only about a minute and a quarter. And oh my gum, he's taking a very big risk. But he's decided to do it because there is a T-52 and he puts a round into him. Gets a low roll. Moving up, trying to stay close to the edge. Wait for it. And he's out the game. So that's his second kill. Now, I think he's going to try and get up into the centre. And then go into siege mode and attack the enemy tanks as they try to get past the centre line. Or is he going to engage these guys in the field first? Yes, he is. Now, this is a bit risky, but yep, he's just bounced 2 rounds. Puts a round into the Skoda. Now, this is risky because if there's Arty in this game, he could end up getting killed. Takes out the Skoda T40. One straight to the turret, the flat turret. Puts one into the Chiri. 419 high roll. This is the problem with it. It's very difficult to back up and move about and the Indian Panzer managed to pen. You can see all the rounds that bounced off the front of the vehicle. He was lucky that those ones didn't pen. Well, he's now going to try and engage the enemy tanks on the centre line. Oh, that's his teammate, the AMD. Puts around into the Tiger P. How did he know that guy was going to be there? But he got the pen on him. Go for the KV2. Yes, right into the engine bay. 366 low roll. Going to try and get the AT-15A. Yep, right through the turret. Or the turret, but the casement. 382. Those tanks are desperately trying to get out of that corner because they know that he's firing at them from a long way away and they can't see him. I have a suspicion he's actually going to now try and engage the Scorpion G and the AMX AC-48. There's the Scorpion. Quickly in siege mode. Puts a round in. Tries to get behind the wall because it's a 128mm gun, which means he can overmatch. Goes for the gun shield. Gets the kill. Lucky on that one. 515 was the roll. Remember, it's only 390 alpha, so he got a very, very high roll there. Mind you, I think it was HE, wasn't it, that he fired? I think with the HE rounds, you do get a much better roll. It's 480, that's it. Goes to the engine bay. Didn't get it. That guy knows he's under fire. Pulled back, and unfortunately, we don't get the kill on that one. Oppenheimer? Filipperino has got 5 kills, and he wants one more for his Top Gun. He's already potentially got the high caliber, and he's now carrying a load of debris on the front of the vehicle, which sometimes actually screws up the viewing. Oh, he's got the AMX AC by the rear. And if he can track this guy, he's going to die. Oh, he rammed him. That was not a good idea because he actually lost hit points there. And he should have just tracked the guy. Unfortunately, he has taken damage from the AC. He bounced around from the KV2. What the hell happened there? Goes to siege mode. Takes the AMX AC out of the game altogether. He's now got a potential steel wall as well. He's got his top gun. Now he's got 7 kills. Takes out the Indian Panzer. There's only one enemy left. It's an Su-152. And the Achilles is rather keen to get at him. And that was a bit of a mistake. And I think that's what Filipino recognised. One more shot to get a Radley's. It's the last 2 enemies. Yes! That's a Radley's. Go to out of siege mode. Try and find the enemy. Where is he? Oh, he's already been killed. The KV2 got the Hummel. Whoa, that was an exciting end to that battle for Filipino. That's an expert player at work. Although he did make some mistakes. The mistake was he should have just sat there and fired his round through the rear track of that AMX AC-48. The guy would have been stuck there, not able to do anything except burn his repair kit and try and turn around very slowly. And that by the time he managed to get halfway round, Filipino would have been able to get another shot into him. But anyway, that's aside. Let's have a look at the results from the first game, which is the game with Royal Flying Corps on Cliff. Well, he got an ace tanker in that game. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. He got 7. And he also got a tank sniper for dealing the most damage at a range of 300 meters. Remember, he was firing from the sniper's nest on Cliff, which is very long range shooting. His win rate from the battle was 12,186, and as you saw, he was denied getting the Radley Walters simply by the fact that one of his team members didn't get the memo and didn't look at the scoreboard and realise that he was about to score a Radley's and took that last kill and denied Royal Flying Corps the honours, which I think is a bit unsportsmanlike. You should actually let somebody who's got 6 kills or 7 kills get the extra couple to get the Radleys. It's rather nice if you do. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he stood. 5,770 hit points of damage. He easily beat the others because they had less than half the hit points he did. The T-3485M, who was the one who kill-stealed at the end, got a Leather Slayer's medal and 2,473 hit points. And the next high score after that was Strv S1 on the enemy team with 2,263. That was also in the sniper's nest. When it came to kills, he got the highest number of those with 7. 4 kills went to the Strv S1 on the enemy team and 3 kills went to the T-3485M. And when it came to base XP, it was actually a T-3485M who did the best, 1468, and I think that was because this guy was spotting. Yes, he was. 2,110 hit points for spotting, and that Filipino wasn't. Well, he was spotting in the nest, but other people were spotting for him. Plus, of course, the T-3485M is tier 6, and of course Royal Flying Corps was tier 8. Did I say Filipino? Sorry if I did. So he's slightly less on base XP, but he did have a good game because he got 7 kills and much more damage than T-3485M. 19 shots fired, 17 direct hits, 16 penetration, damage of 5,770 hit points, all of it at long range. So all of his shots were long range shots. 1 enemy vehicle was spotted, 12 enemy vehicles were damaged and 7 killed, and 174 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 142,281 credits from the game, and after ammunition resupply, again standard ammo, 120,241 credits profit. 2013 XP, 4,026 for completing a mission, 201 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 6,240 experience points altogether. So a very good game with a lot of damage, 5,700 hit points of damage for Royal Flying Corps in his Strv S1. And he's had it some time. But let's have a look at the results for the second player, the new player, in his Strv S1. This is the wrong replay, and yes, that's the right way. Get it right. That's the wrong replay. That was one of mine. Yes, Potatoes gonna killed. Now, he's actually only had this tank destroyer for a very short period of time indeed. And he managed to get a win 8 of 4-3-1-4. So he's already getting up to Super Unicum standard. He managed to get a second class tanker, and it wasn't the first time he's had that. So he is getting better and better all the time. Got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4 exactly. He also got an arsonist for setting light on one enemy vehicle, watching it burn, and shellproof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, together with a fighter effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7. If we look at the team score in this battle, we can see that he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Tiger 2 with 2,996, but he wasn't that far behind with 2,782. And the third highest was the Tiger 2 on the enemy team with 2,255. When it came to kills, though, he was top dog on his team, but not top dog overall. The Super Hellcat that he killed right at the end of the game, he had 5 kills. But he made a huge error, flipped on his side, and made easy work for Potatoes, just 1 round straight through the centre. When it came to base XP, it was the Tiger 2 did the best with 1,032, but Potatoes wasn't that far behind with 921, and I think the real difference was that the Tiger 2 was also spotting at the same time. Yes, he did 579 hit points as spotting assist, as well as actual damage on the enemy, whilst Potatoes didn't get much spotting at all, in fact none at all on this occasion. So it was purely the spotting that gave the Tiger 2 a higher base XP. Potato fired 18 rounds in the game, got 11 direct hits and 7 penetration, 2 splash. Damage of 2,782 hit points, of which 2,017 were at more than 300 meters. He received 7 hits from the enemy, 2 of which penetrated, 5 non-penetrations. You saw a lot of rounds fired at him and quite a few of them bounced. He was very lucky. 1,020 hit points of damage blocked by the armour. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and on a free-to-play account he earned 53,401 credits, got 26,701 from personal reserves, total of 80,102 credits. After repair and ammunition resupply, took away a profit of 51,676 credits. So you can see this tank does earn quite a lot of credits if you just do a fair bit of damage on the enemy. 921 XP, base XP, 61 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 982. So half as much damage, but still a healthy amount of credits than the Royal Flying Corps game. Not bad at all for a beginner, you might say, but he's getting Super Unicum standard. If we look at the third game, and that's the Filipperino one, yes, it was an ace tanker for Filipperino in the Strv S1. He got a bruiser medal, duelist, fire effect, and a shellproof out of the minor medals. He got a Radley Waters for getting at least 8 kills. He got that 8 when he killed the Su-152. A Steel Wolf for blocking the most damage in the game, and he blocked a lot of damage, shells bouncing off the front of his vehicle when he was in the centre of the map. A High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. A Tanker Sniper for doing the most damage at range. And a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. As I said, he ended up with 8. Look at the team score in this one. We can see that he ended up with 6,596 hit points of damage. And that's where Potatoes is headed. He's going to be in those sort of scores if he keeps up the fire rate that he's doing at the moment. Filipperino got the highest number of kills as well in the game. He got 8. The Indian Panther got 3. The Su-152 got 3. And in fact, actually, Filipperino was right to hold on that corner, let the Achilles run around the corner, let him get derped by the Su-152 so he could then walk around the corner, or not walk, but saunter around the corner, whilst the Su-152 was still in reload, and just take him out the game. Very clever. It's the sort of move a Super Unicum makes. He recognises that sometimes his teammates might be a little too eager to get round there and kill the enemy, and the enemy gets them instead. And when it comes to base XP, yes, he's got the top in that one as well. 1,714 to him. KV2 managed 1,123, and those were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base. Filipperino fired 23 rounds, got 21 direct hits, 20 penetrations. Yes, he didn't miss much in that game. 6,596 hit points, of which 2,922 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see a lot of short-range shooting in this one as well. Received 12 hits from the enemy. 3 of those were penetrations, 9 non-penetrations, and block damage of 1,325 hit points. He spotted 6 enemy vehicles, damaged 12 of the enemy, killed 8, and got 439 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium account, he earned 120,244 credits, not as much as RoyalFlyingCorps managed to get. But after repair, ammunition, resupply, and consumables, and yes, standard ammo, 127,375 credits profit. You can see this tank is a big earner in the hands of someone who knows how to use it. 1,714 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 9,000 from personal mission payout, and 257 for being a premium vehicle. Took away 14,399 experience points altogether. That's going to bump his crew skills quite a lot. So yes, it's a very good tank destroyer, but it just takes a lot of getting used to that siege mode. Especially if you have to pull up right in front of the enemy, and then you're fiddling around trying to get in siege mode so you can shoot them, and during that time they're shooting at you. In fact, in one battle I remember when I had my Strv S1, and I still do, I actually didn't go into siege mode. I just drove right up the rear of the enemy tank and dirt them in the rear, and it worked fine. You don't have to actually go to siege mode to shoot. It's just if you're shooting at range, you would be very inaccurate if you're not in siege mode. But if you've got the ability to go up and give them a sort of like love hug on their butt, then do so, because it does work. And Filipperino did go in, but he rammed the guy instead of actually shooting. And I think he would have been better off going to siege mode and shooting him in the tracks. But that's... Filipperino's the super unicum. I'm not. So there you go. He's obviously knows how to handle this thing, and I don't. So I hope you enjoyed those replays. Really great game by Potatoes Gonna Killed. And I'm so pleased that he got this, because he actually chose to get it after seeing one of our videos. And I can see that he's going to be sending me really good replays in the future with lots of medals, just like Filipperino. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like, do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.